Hope everyone's doing well. Just a brief update. We've got our 48-foot trailer hitched up. We are about 24,500 pounds today. So about a 8,700 pound truck and just under 16,000 pounds on the hitch. And the truck is running great. And this Power Stroke 6.7 diesel is it's extraordinary. The amount of power and torque and how effortlessly it revs and does its job. And it's no wonder that so many hotshot truckers and commercial vehicle owners drive a Power Stroke. It's got no drama and it takes care of business. Again, effortlessly. Been driving this thing since about 5 p.m. yesterday, on and off. Made a few stops in the evening, and up and down hills, no problem. Again, coming to a stop at a red light or a stop sign on level ground, the exhaust brake is still kind of slow to kick in and doesn't really seem super interested in helping us slow the truck down. But when the chips are down, when you need it most, which is going downhill at highway speeds, it performs fantastically, marvelously. And so overall, we couldn't be happier. Could not be happier. Noticed a decent amount of squat when we hitched up. And
2 miles, take exit 14 for East Center Street toward Connecticut 1.
And that was a little bit of a surprise. We thought it would be. We did not think the rear end would squat that much when we hitched up, but regardless, it's not sagging. It's not doing the Carolina squat or something like that. I'm just gonna pull off here briefly. Only been going 13.5 miles today, and our average MPGs are 9.4. which sounds about right. It's been between about 9 and 12. Our trailer, believe it or not, is pretty streamlined. It's a 48-foot Exis, EXISS, made by Exis was actually started by the same guy who started Featherlight, and so it's very similar in a lot of ways to our 28-foot Featherlight. They're both car haulers, and they're both 100% aluminum, so they're super lightweight, and they both do a great job. We'll go around this guy. The other thing to mention this morning, it wasn't exactly chilly, but when we started up, it was around 60 degrees. And the rapid heat supplemental heater, or whatever it's called, which is basically an electric heater, kind of like you buy for your house, like one of the coldest, like, you know, if you got like a room in your house that's colder than the others, and you put an electric heater in it. That's what this thing has, except it's in line with the HVAC system, so it comes on when you're trying to heat up the cabin quickly, before the engine is warmed up. Like I said, 9.5 MPGs this morning, not bad. The DPF, the exhaust filter, has been really, I'm not going to say acting strange, but yesterday it went from 60% to 0% rapidly after about the first hour and a half of our drive, and then it sat at 0% for about another 45 minutes, and then it immediately started filling up, and it went from 0 to 50% in like 60 miles of driving on the highway. And granted, we were going very slow. There were a bunch of accidents, so we were at like 40, 50 miles an hour, but it filled right up, and now it's down to 30%. So I don't know if a regen's in progress or what. It's not really telling us anything. We haven't gotten a message ever saying that there's a regen happening. And it just sort of fluctuates. Now it's at 30. It was at like, I think 50 last night when we shut it off. The heads-up display, as stated on numerous occasions, works absolutely great. Helps you keep your eyes on the road. Okay, we'll shut it off and do a brief walk around. The power running boards are nice, although we don't really need them. It's a good looking setup with that trailer back there. Again, the rear end is sitting a lot lower than it did before we hitched up. It's about, I want to say 4,000 pounds of hitch weight. And this thing takes the turns wide, super wide. It's a triple axle. I think each axle is 5,000 pounds maybe. The dually fenders, again, they are replaceable if they get damaged. So if you or one of your colleagues or relatives has a mishap, you're not paying $6,000 to have the entire side replaced on the bed. You're just paying whatever a replacement dually fender costs. And it feels like it's either plastic or fiberglass. But again, so far this thing is doing very, very well with with just under a 16,000 pound trailer. Very happy with the way it's performing. Well, hope you all have a great rest of your Memorial Day weekend. We'll talk to you later.